Hey, third graders, Mrs. Clot here. Today we are going to work on words that have the j sound, k sound at the end, and the k, w sound at the beginning. All right, let's first take a look at this letter combination. When the E comes after the G, it tells the G to make the soft sound. Now, normally the G says G. That's called the hard sound. When the E is after it, that is the soft sound, and it says J, like a J. So it says J. So in this case, I have this letter A, and I have the GE. Now, in this case, the letter E has two functions. It's telling the A, it jumps over the G, and it tells the A to say its name. So I have age. So I've got two sounds, the GE making the J sound and the A saying its name. Let's take a look at this next word. Now, the E after the G here is going to make it say its J sound, but I also have an R. And remember, R is bossy. So I've got germ. I've got because I've got that ER. And so the ER sound is like IR and UR. They all say Now here I have another word that I see. It's the same three letters at the end that I saw in this word up here, age. So I've got the E doing two jobs, telling the A to say its name and telling the G to say the J sound. So I'm going to add the blend at the beginning. Remember, each letter in a blend holds its sound, and we say st and blend them together. Stage. So that's the word stage. Now let's take a look. I have the G here with an E, but I also have this letter D. Now the D in this combination doesn't make a sound. It is a blocker. Do you know what it's blocking? If you said the vowel from the E, you are correct. So in this case, the GE is just saying J, and the D is a blocker, preventing that E from jumping over here and telling the U to say its name. It cannot do that. So in this case, I've got J, J. Now the DGE just says J, just like it did when it was GE. Remember, the D isn't making a sound, it's a blocker, so that the U can say its short sound here. Let's take a look at the next word. I see a blend at the beginning, oh, and then I see the E here, and it's not being affected by the E at the end. The E at the end is there to tell the G to say its soft sound. Remember, D is a blocker. It's preventing this E from jumping over and making the E say its name. So it's saying its short sound here, just like the U said its short sound. So we've got P, O, E, J. That's one sound. Good job. All right, you try this next one. Take a look carefully. How many sounds does it have? B. Now remember, this is going to be the short sound because it's got a blocker. B, A, J. That's just three sounds. B, A, J. Blend them together. You've got badge. All right. Now we have words that have the C sound at the end. Okay, so it really should be a K, because when we say the sound, we do the K. And when I do those lines, that's telling me the sound, just like I have it up here. So these are the sounds. So remember, this is the sound this makes. Now we're talking about the sound that this makes. All right, you can see it in a couple different ways. We have the K sound at the beginning, but we also have the K sound at the end. Now, notice the vowel. It's got an E jumping over the K, telling it to say its long name. So, K, A, K. Remember, E doesn't say anything. So I've got the word cake. Oh, and I realize these aren't words, the K at the end of the other two. These have, this one has the digraph at the end, right? Ch. And this just has the k at the beginning. Ooh, do you remember the cat that flew the kite? What was that rule for when we put C at the beginning? Remember, we spell C if it's followed by A, O, or U, or a consonant. So we've got cake. K. Now the OA, remember, is vowel team, saying the long sound. So k, o, ch. This is again one of those words that just has 3 sounds, but it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 letters. And then in this word, I've got k, and then the double O makes the oo, k, oo, oh. Again, 3 sounds. Now, so when the cat flies the kite, remember the cat, remember that letter C I made with the ears, and the eyes were my, the A. Oops, I'm not drawing very well here. I had the A and the O. It was actually 2 A's up there. And the mouth was the U. Not exactly the same as what I did in class, but you get the idea, right? Or if it's followed by a consonant, like in the word clam, right? K, o, a, m. So if there's a consonant, remember consonants are not vowels, then we would spell it with a C. All right, let's go on to the last column here. Now remember last week I told you that the QU makes the qu sound. So remember, U is not acting like a vowel. It's a digraph here, and it says kw. The QU are a team that are making 2 different sounds than what you normally think of as a Q, right? It's making k, and the U doesn't say here, and it's not saying U, it's saying w. So these 2 are a team. Kwa, a, k. Now, when I have the k sound at the end, sorry, this is where I was thinking of the k at the end. If there's a short vowel before the k sound, it's gonna, and there's 1 syllable, quack. Put your hand under your chin. Quack. The number of times that your chin drops down, that's the number of syllables, remember? Quack has 1 syllable. 1 syllable, 1 short vowel sound, and the A says ah, so we spell the CK digraph at the end for the k sound. All right, let's take a look at this one. Now in this word, I notice there's an O, and I notice there's an E. What does that tell you? That's right. E is telling the O to say its name. So remember, this is not a vowel here, that U, it's k, w, o, t, quote. Good job. All right, here we are again with the QU, right? And there's only 1 vowel, and it's a closed syllable. So it's also going to make the short sound. I see the digraph at the end, ch. So I've got qua, n, ch, qua, n, ch. Quench. Put them together fast and you get quench. All right, nice work, boys and girls. Now I'm going to give you some words to read on your own. So let me clear this off so it's not on your screen. And we'll change slides. Let's see if I change slides, will it still be there? Oh. Okay, here are some words for you to practice decoding. Remember, the letters GE and DGE make the same sound, but D is just acting like a blocker. So that is a signal that you're going to be making the short vowel sound when you see that D. If you don't see the D, you're going to know that it's a long vowel sound. Now, the letter C at the beginning of a word is going to be spelled with a C if it's followed by A, O, or U, or a consonant. And QU, they always go together, and they always make the k sound. All right, I'll do some to get you started. And then Go ahead and pause the video and practice this yourself. So I see a blend at the beginning here. S, t. Remember, blends each say their own sound. Now the E jumps over the G and makes it say its name. S-t-a-j, stage. So I've got 4 sounds. St-a-j, stage. Oh, I have a blocker here. That tells me this is my short sound. O-e-j. Remember, that's one sound. O-e-j, ledge. All right, you try. Ready? I've got 4 sounds there. Remember, the O and the A make the long O sound. So, k, O, st, coast. And there I have the ST blend at the end. Here I have the word age, age. Remember, G-E makes the J, and I have A. The E is telling the A to say its name. Here I've got k, a, m, o, camel. We don't really hear that second E, do we? I mean, this E. Camel. It's kind of a schwa sound, I think. Camel. It's very, L is liquid. Remember that? It can blend into the other sounds. All right, try this one. I'll put the dots. You say the sounds. 3 sounds. F-a-j. Did you get those? Fudge. Good. Here's the next one. Say the sounds as I put the dots. 3 sounds. Did you get w-a-j? Nice work. Let's try this one. Did you get 4 sounds? K-w-it, quit. Remember, Q-U, k-w. That's 2 different sounds. It's like a blend. But they're acting together. They always are together. All right, let's try this one. I'll put the dots. You say the sounds. How many sounds? 4. Good job. K-a-st, cast. All right. Now remember, here I have a G-E. So at the beginning, it's going to make the J sound, right? So I've got J. And then I've got the E saying its sound, short sound. E-n-t-o. Gentle. That's kind of tricky. And that one, the E is doing 2 jobs. Try this one. I'll put the dots. You say the sounds. Did you get k-w-e-st, quest? I hope you did. All right, let's try this one. Now this one, going to be the long sound. We've got huge, huge. All right, let's try this one. All right, did you get those 4 sounds? S, m. Again, there's a blend. S, m. Oh, and I see that blocker. Short vowel here. S, m, a, j, smudge. All right, ready? K, a, p, cape. Try this one. Just 3 sounds. And there's a blocker. This is going to be the short vowel. Edge, hedge. All right. Pause the video, practice reading these, and then there's a sentence at the bottom. I think I can move this. Give me just a moment. Oh, maybe I cannot. All right, and keep practicing. All right, I hope you read carton, quill, bridge, quaint, rage. And then down here at the next row, page, quake, gene, coin. Ooh, we haven't talked about the OI, but it makes oi, like OY, like in toy, coin, and trudge. All right, and because I'm having a hard time getting that sentence not being covered, I have to hit escape here. Our hike over the ridge to the fishing camp lodge seemed quite endless. And you'll remember that less means without, so meaning without N. All right, keep up the good practice.